Hello everybody, Phenomenal Sir here, back with another episode of The First 15, the series where I play the first 15 minutes of new or underexposed indie games, and then share my thoughts and feelings about them. Today, we have up HULDRA. You play as a mythical being from Norwegian folklore. You and the forest are as one. Humanity has entered a new industrial era. They have now found a way to harvest the resources from the magically enchanted woods. Ignorant to the consequences of their actions, the greed-driven humans continue to harvest the trees. The goal of the game is to keep the forest alive for as long as possible, to defeat invading enemies, and destroy their corrupting pistons that allow them to cut down the ancient forest. The game was developed by John Haug and Kenneth Vosbach. Probably messed up those pronunciations. The game was published 2 hours ago. So it is definitely a new and or underexposed indie title. So I've got 15 minutes up on the clock, and our time with HULDRA starts now. Oh, and we in it. Wise walks. Click clicks. Oh, so I'm a bear now. Oh, I'm a bear. Now I'm a deer. Oh, I can run super fast. Now I'm a human. Okay, so I've got three little moves down there that appear to be like transformations. I guess one makes you tougher, one makes you faster, and then the human form just kind of lets you shoot and do uber magic. The map, oh, hang on. I'm going to pause because I need to move my camera. I'm covering up the map with my doofy face. Let's see. Oh shit, they've got like lyrics and stuff. Okay, so now you can see the map in the top right corner. Looks kind of like a flower. Oh, I see purple shit down into the bottom. 3 makes me run faster, yeah? Whee. Oh no, oh no. Okay. Well, I already love the music. Yo. F off. No, don't corrupt my forest! Fuck off! Boom! There's too many! Bear mode. Oh, bear mode is no good. Yeah, oh my god. Okay. Well, I am not gonna do a good job of defending. Okay, well, so I'm not talking a lot. I like the music. The pacing of it seems to be going up as my forest is just getting completely ripped asunder. They did say that this is considered to be a playable alpha, but oh, they're destroying the bridges? What the hell? I do want to point out, oh, well, he's dead now. I was going to say, they did say that there may be some bugs and things because it's an early version, like playable alpha. I think the biggest issue I'm seeing right now is that the game just like hits the gas and goes, you know? Like I would have liked to have a little bit of time just to, can I destroy this, or is this just blocking my road forever now? I would have liked to have a little bit of time just to like, you know, practice fighting before literally 1,000 people showed up and just killed my everything. Oh wait, so okay. So I do have special powers there. What can I do? I can't do anything as a, well, don't shoot me! Not food! So I'm not sure if I should be focusing on just running around and destroying these corruptors or what. I'm not sure if I can actually destroy the corruptors or if I can just turn them off. Not sure about a lot of things. The enemies don't really seem to care about me because they obviously know that I'm vastly outnumbered and that there's nothing I can do to stop them, which is a sad, sad commentary on how conservation efforts around the world tend to go. At first I thought I was fighting to save rubber trees, then I thought I was fighting to save the Amazon rainforest. Now I realize I am fighting for humanity. So I lost. Oh, because they got to the middle, I guess? Because they corrupted the center? A nation that destroys its soil destroys itself. Forests are the lungs of our land, purifying the air and giving fresh strength to our people. Yeah, so I pretty much called it there, right? Like, as I was saying it, I was like, well, I guess this whole thing is just a commentary on the, yep, and there, oh, I accidentally hit quit game. Fuck! I was madly clicking and messed up. Okay. Yeah. Definitely some real talk going on here. So now the question is this randomized, or will the first set of enemies spawn here as well this time around? I was so absorbed, which I guess that's because it's a good game, right? I've been so absorbed in what I was doing that I feel like when I go back and watch this video later, my thoughts are going to be, or like what I'm saying is going to be all over the place. Like, it's going to make no sense. I'm going to be like, what am I even talking about? Hey, you. First to try, first to die, brother. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my forest. Yeah, the song definitely like picks up speed as you your forest starts to get more and more corrupted. No. No. Can I even come up here? Oh, well. Yo. Get out of here. Oh, so, I was gonna say, so do they just plant one right there in the fog so I can't destroy it? What a bunch of buttholes. Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit, I mean, but again, it's, well, I'm dead. I died faster that time because I was like actually going for it and trying to fight him. Settings. So that's that. What is this? HULDRA? So that's like a healing thing. Hey, what you doing, buddy? Get the hell out of my forest. I'm just thinking about this game, and I'm trying to think of like where the developers are going to go with this. I can think of a few things that I would love to see, but I don't know if that's what the developer necessarily has planned. I'm going to save that for when we actually get going. Yeah, I would say that definitely the first thing that's going to need to happen here is that they're going to do something about the balancing of this, because if your average round, like this will be my third try, and to be fair, I didn't really know what was going on the first time, but it literally went from ain't nothing happening to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corruption areas, and it doesn't look like there's any rhyme or reason to the spawns for the pistons as well. So it's pretty much just like I get where they're going with the whole, like, hopelessness of the situation, but at the same time, real life is hopeless enough. I don't want to watch mankind wipe out the natural world over and over and over. I do want to feel like I actually have a chance at some measure of success. And for the game to just be like, and there's 100 enemies. I feel like that's going to be a turn-off for most people, because then it just kind of becomes a how long can you survive, and the answer is not very long. Definitely some issues with the enemy's health. Seems like sometimes they die when their health goes down, and sometimes they stay alive for a little bit and they can just kind of like do their thing. I could see why it could be bad if it's not balanced, but see, like, this one's broken and it's still corrupting the area. So where's the other one at? Seems like once they're built, that's pretty much just the end. I was gonna say I could see this being bad, but at the same time, just a slight homing effect on the bullets would probably be nice, just because the way you fire, it's dependent partially on where you are and partially on their movement, and it's just a straight beam seems a little hard to lead your shots, especially when there's so many enemies firing at you. It's kind of difficult to not die. Because you have to stay moving to kill the enemies, but if you stay moving, you can't hit anything because you're moving too much. Like, it becomes very difficult to aim. Still liking the music. It's definitely driving home the point that I'm doomed, which, so great job developers on that. Let's see what these douche nozzles are doing up north. Probably more human bullshit. So that's game over for me. So it seems like either that the center of the forest, like once the center gets corrupted, it's just over, or it seems like there's just a set timer right now, like you can only play for so long, because there's definitely, I mean, I was definitely overwhelmed, but there's no like percentage meter or anything like that to really let me know, how close I am to losing. I'm gonna turn this down. Oh, well, turning down the volume does nothing. Well, never mind. I will quit then, and I will reload in the title screen so that it's not super loud. So that's 12 minutes and 30, but I think we get the idea, especially if there's going to be like a limited amount of time you can play either way. So that was HULDRA. And again, HULDRA came out 2 hours ago, so we're not going to be too harsh on this. I would say the game looks good. It's the graphics are kind of simplistic, but they get the job done. And you don't want it to be too crazy, too fancy, because there's obviously a lot going on the screen at one time, and you want it to be accessible to a lot of different computers. If your computer's trying to track 200 different moving parts and all these trees and everything, and they're like top of the line bleeding edge graphics, then that could be problematic. So I think that the graphical level that they've got strikes a good balance between it being pretty and it not overloading the system, so to speak. The powers are cool. As you saw, I didn't really feel a need to change into the bear because it didn't seem like the bear did more damage. I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch. Like maybe the bear has like its own health bar, or is there something? Maybe there's some reason to do that. But I felt like if I was playing as the druid character and I had a projectile and I had a burst attack, that both worked at range, and they seemed to do as much damage or more as the bear's claw and smash attacks, then I didn't really see a need to be the bear. The deer was useful because you could get from point A to point B more quickly. However, it was also kind of not useful because there really was no impetus. Once I got into the game, I realized there really was no like great impetus for me to try to get from point A to point B quickly, because I was pretty much doomed to fail no matter what I did. So that being said, and again, I don't know what direction the developers are going with this. So if I'm saying things, developers, that are completely out of left field, then forgive me, because again, this is just me, the phenomenal Sir, erstwhile indie game developer and lover, offering what I think is going to happen, or what I think needs to happen based on the first 15 minutes of the game. So for me, I think that based on this prototype, I would expect to see actual waves in the future. So like wave 1 and a group appears, wave 2 and 2 groups appear, etc., etc. So that there's actually a clear delineation of the game getting harder. It's like, okay, I'm on wave 17. I have an idea of how hard that's going to be and what I need to do. So waves would be nice. Having some means of like purifying the corruption would be cool. But again, I don't think that that's really part of the game. Instead, I would like to see some kind of a meter that tracks how much of the forest has been corrupted or lost, because it feels like that's part of what leads you to a game over. It's like if more than a certain amount of the forest gets messed up, then it's game over for you. That's what it seemed like here. One time I just died, but the other times I was hitting it and getting it, and it still was game over for me. I mean, it was obviously gonna be game over because you could see how rapidly that everything was accelerating, but still I felt like I had more time in there that I could have played. I like the music. Obviously, as you saw, there was an issue there because I adjusted the music volume and it didn't do anything because I tried to turn the music down. There's definitely a little bit of an issue where when you get a game over and you restart, you go back to the menu or whatever, the music just stays at that like the end is coming level. But that was cool. You know, I mean, the music itself was good. So I'm curious to see if there's going to be any kind of multiplayer or anything to this. I know that's kind of a steep ask for any new game developer, but it seems like the kind of thing that would be fun to play with multiple people and try to like divide up the area, or have, you know, specific roles. Like you could have one person who just goes around and like heals the corruption and restores the forest. Kind of like I guess it'd be like your engineer in a more traditional co-op game like PlanetSide or something. You would like have one that's just repairing stuff, you know, a scout type character like this one that you can run around really quickly and do stuff, and then like a heavy boy that does a lot of damage. But these are all just me spitballing. Honestly, I'm very curious to see where the developer goes with it. It seems like an interesting take on the you know, the gauntlet, the never-ending waves type game, of which I have made one, and it can be difficult to keep people's interest with those, because at the end of the day you are just kind of looking down as a guy runs around and shoots. I did already say that, you know, the shooting felt a little inaccurate because you constantly have to be strafing just to not get riddled with bullets. but because you're strafing, it's kind of difficult because you tend to move your mouse. As I played more, I feel like I would get better at aiming, but as it is right now, it would have been nice to have even just a little bit of a curve towards the enemies, or something like that. I don't know. What else? All of these are just things, that I'd like to see. There's really not a lot there that I don't like, and I do like the underlying theme of, I'm sorry, I said there's not a lot there that I don't like immediately after saying a lot of things that I'd rather see. There's not a lot of things broken in this that I could see, other than a little bit of stuff. But when the developers said, "Oh, there's going to be bugs," I was expecting some major bugs. There were some enemies that didn't seem to realize that it was time for them to die, but they also stopped attacking me or doing anything else, it seemed like. So that was fine. The music thing I said, but overall I thought it was good. It was a solid offering. There was, I kind of knew coming into it what I was going to get, but it still threw a couple of surprises at me with the shape shifting and with just the ferocity of which the enemies started coming at me. I enjoyed it, and I'm probably going to make a mark on this one. I'm going to follow the developer right now. For me, I'm going to rate this as a game with potential, but I'm going to give it 4 stars, which normally 4 stars is for a good game. I'm going to rate this as a game with potential, which would normally be 3 stars, but this one I feel like has a lot more potential than average. So yeah. And the only reason I'm not marking it as a good game now is because I can really only play it for like 3 minutes, no matter what, and then it's over and you have to start over. And I would really like to be able to play it for a more extended period of time. And again, I know it's an early prototype or whatever, so that'll come in time. The balancing will come in time. But overall, I think the developers did a great job. And honestly, just as a side note, I have only been doing these things for about 2 months now, a little under 2 months, these indie review videos. But the people from like the Norway and Finland and that whole region of the world, y'all make some awesome games. I just want to say, like, some of the best games I have played so far are from people that are in that, like, Northern Europe, like east of the UK, like all that area. So I don't know what y'all are putting in the water up there. I guess it's just, freedom and good healthcare. But y'all make some good video games. I'm gonna probably start keeping an eye out for more game developers from that region, because y'all are on point. I think I've gone on long enough at this point. I've definitely made up for the couple of minutes that I cut off the gameplay itself. So there's really nothing else for me to say other than thank you to the developers for all your hard work so far. Looking forward to seeing where you're going with this. Thank you to everyone out there for watching this video. Be sure to check out all of my other First 15 videos, as well as all of the other videos here on my YouTube. When you've seen all of those and you still want more, you can always follow me on Twitch. I stream more nights than I don't on Twitch. My schedule says I'm only going to stream, I think, 4 nights, but I usually end up streaming 5 or 6 because I just am a nerd. And there's not much else to do with COVID right now. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you. If you like what you've seen here, you want to see more, as I said, drop a subscribe, drop a follow on Twitch. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe out there. Later.